Alright, now I'm gonna start disassembling the center console, because I need to figure out how to fix this. I mean, I might have to buy a new replacement panel, but it's really expensive. I mean, these pieces go for around 300 bucks. So, uh, right now my approach is, again, to get it removed and to fix this with some new ABS plastic, and I'll reinforce it, maybe even with a piece of aluminum in the back. So that's my approach right now, and then I'll use paint, and repaint this whole panel because it's chipped in some areas. It just doesn't look fresh anymore. I'm pretty confident that I can get this paint mixed up for me by a buddy of mine at the paint shop. That's not going to be an issue. But to start, you just need to disassemble this whole thing. And I haven't really done my homework. I haven't looked at how to do this. I mean, I guess people are saying that it's a huge pain in the ass, but I guess we'll just have to dig into it and find out. And I'll refer back, to some documentation online if I need to. But I'm pretty sure that I can figure this out on my own. So let's get started. First things first. I'm gonna start working in the back here and move to the front eventually. Look at all this 20-year-old dirt. Actually, that's half the fun of taking apart these cars, because you never know what you're gonna find. I don't know if you guys remember that old Top Gear episode where the boys bought some old cars and they took them like to a CSI lab, and they found all kinds of particles inside, you know, like fecal matter, saliva, semen. uh, Probably should be wearing gloves for this. Oh well. See what I can do about this leather. Definitely need to at least recondition it. Probably not gonna recover it because you know, if I start recovering it, I have to change everything because I want to keep this black Imola scheme, and I basically want to do like a mild restoration on this car. I just want to bring it back to its original state, or actually better, so like OEM plus type of deal. Right, and I think the shift knob, the way you remove it is just pull straight up, and I guess just have to make sure that you don't hit yourself in the forehead when you're doing that. Yeah. Interesting that it's not a lighted piece, because I think stock these, this is a 2000, so it should be lighted, but it's not. Oh well. Because you know why? This is actually a ZHP knob, so it has been replaced at some point. That's cool. Alright, let's wrap up this removal process. Okay, so I guess before I continue wrestling this center console out of the car, I'm gonna remove these gauges. I don't know why I haven't done that earlier, but here goes. I guess in the back they're actually secured by these rings. I don't know if they're threaded or not, but that's what it seems like, at least when I looked on real OEM. So I'm just gonna reach inside. I'll reach inside this hole where the head unit went. And, well, if I can just, okay, here we go, squeeze through. Okay, so there's this ring in the back, and you just have to spin it. You have to unscrew it. Yeah, I think it is threaded. And actually I also need to test this gauge out, see if there's a problem with wiring, because sometimes when I drive, you know, the temperature shoots all the way up to 300, and then when I knock on it a little bit, it goes back to a normal level of around 200 degrees. I hope it's not an issue with the gauge, because these are kind of pricey, and I don't want to buy a new one. I mean, obviously I will if I have to, but yeah, unfortunately it seems like it's securely in place, so I don't know. Hopefully all the contacts, and maybe I'll just test it up with a voltmeter. You know, see if it functions as it should. I also need to polish out these scratches. I don't know why there are so many scratches. You're not supposed to be touching this gauge, but oh well. Take care of that. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to do it if you have bigger hands, because you know, my arms aren't that huge, and I'm having issues, you know, reaching in through this hole. I think the only other way is to attack it from all the way from the back. Okay, just try to remember how these are connected. You know, the brown wire is connected to this bottom contact, and the green wire goes here on the side. You know what, let me snap a picture of that. Some kind of a tool to pry this with. Yeah, let me go grab something. In theory, I should be able to wrestle this center console out of the car. The only thing that's going to be in the way is this handbrake handle, and from what I read online, you either have to struggle and pull it back more, or if it doesn't have any more give, then I would have to mess with these adjustments and loosen it up a little bit. I don't want to have to do that, but I mean, if I have to, then I have to. Let's see how far I can lift it. Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, so first thing I did was I pulled it back. And very carefully start lifting it up. I think the handbrake, yeah, it's just so close, yet so far. Yeah, if I can just move this handbrake handle back just a little bit, then it will go, but it's so close. It's so close. It's literally like, I don't know, a fraction of an inch. Let's see if I can. Now the part that's really going to be hard is reinstalling it. I'll definitely have to loosen the handbrake for that. Can't believe how close it is. All right. Maybe I can pull it back one more click. Please. Yes. That should do it. Come on. Whew. Yes, I got it. But I did forget one more thing. The cigarette lighter. Yes. No. One more thing I forgot. The OBD2 port. Looks like it's held in place with 2 screws here. Yep, we have 2 Phillips screws here. Yeah, I'm not sure how much of this I'll get on video, but this whole center console needs a lot of love and reconditioning. Not a whole lot of serious damage, but just a lot of cleaning and some touch-up. the work itself is going to be fairly tedious. And there it is. Honestly, it wasn't as hard as people stated on the forums, because everybody was saying, "Oh, it takes like 2 hours to take this out." No, it didn't take me anywhere near as long. And now, just because it's freezing in here, I'm just gonna take it inside the house and work on it there.